Hi guys, so today I'm cleaning my keyboard. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. It's been a couple of years since I last brushed out any dust and crap out of it, so I thought it would be just a good opportunity for me to just show you how I more thoroughly clean my keyboard. So yeah, let's get started. First up, you just want to shake out just all the loose debris, dust, and any other crap that's fallen into the crevices early on. Yeah, it just saves a little bit of cleaning up from later, but yeah, it's just easier to get all the large bits of junk out of there first. As you can see, just after wiping that up, just look at all that crap that's fallen in there. So into the bin, and let's get started taking this apart. Alright, so first up, flip the keyboard around, then we will take out all the screws for the bottom cover. And once that's done, just lift the cover off and you'll see there's the back plate for the keyboard's membrane and circuit boards. So I've gone ahead and separated my screws, but realized that after I took all the screws out, this particular keyboard uses all the same screws, so I didn't really need to separate it. It could be different with your keyboard. You may need to separate them because they might use different threads and lengths, so just make sure you check and just out of good habit maybe separate them as well. In some cases you may need to disconnect cables and ribbons. I thought about doing that here, but I shortly realized that I didn't really need to take anything apart. The whole keyboard membrane along with the back plate and circuit boards could stay together, and I could just remove them together. And I've got the media buttons there. They've just all sort of come apart, but that's easy. It just makes it easier to clean later on. And now we just have the keyboard switches, or the keys. I shouldn't say switches, it's not a mechanical keyboard. Anyway, yeah, so this part now, there's no electronics in there, there's no metal. This part can pretty much now go get washed. So I'm just using the laundry sink. Yeah, you can use a basin or something, or whatever, or just a bucket, but I've got a deep, fairly large laundry sink, so just, yeah, easier to keep it all in the one place. I thought it would just be easier to clean. So you just want to run it under a tap. You want it to just be sort of lukewarm, not blazing hot or anything. You don't want to risk doing any heat damage to the keyboard, so just warm to touch is good enough. I'm just going to use a little bit of detergent just to again help loosen up the grease and grime and all the crap that's gotten stuck around the keys over the years. And I'm just using a medium bristle brush and just going to give it a good scrub. You want to make sure you get all in between the keys, so just go row by row, column by column, and I like to use the edge of the brush so I can get deep into the grooves, and the warm water also helps soften the brush too, so it really gets in there to get all the crap out of the keys. And it's good to have it under the running tap so that all the crap that you're scrubbing out also continues to run and flow out the bottom of the keyboard. And yeah, just give it a once over, and you can see here as I'm pushing the bristles, sort of as they've softened, they just go straight through the grooves of the keys, so you get a really nice clean out of all the crap that's in there. And of course, yeah, you just flip the keyboard around a couple of times, make sure you get all the angles, you don't want to miss anything. Worst part is if you've you know, gone through all this effort and then you just find that you've missed a couple of spots and then you have to take it all apart again. You know, just make sure you go around and check it from every angle. Good if you have a light. I've just got a window by my laundry here, so I can just shine it at sunlight and just see if there's any places that I've missed. And yeah, just be really thorough, because you don't want to have to do this again. It's not a long process, but I mean, yeah, it does take a bit of time, so just make sure you do it right one time. And yeah, once you've given it a good scrub, you want to rinse it off. I'm just jamming my thumb into the tap and just basically forcing the pressure to just flush out any remaining residue. Also, any soap and suds, you want to get rid of that, because if you leave any soapy residue behind, it's gonna just attract more dirt and dust again. So you just want to make sure you get rid of all of that. And you just flip it around, rinse the bottom. Alright, so now I've just grabbed a towel, just gonna wrap it up in the towel, just give it a quick dry. I'm gonna try to shake the water out while I've wrapped it up in the towel, so the towel will absorb most of the water. And yeah, you want to give it a pretty firm shake. Just take it to town, just go nuts, because yeah, there's going to be a lot of water stuck underneath the keycaps, so you just really want to get it as dry as you can. If you have compressed air or an air compressor, this will help quite a bit, rather than just letting it sit there to dry, because you're not going to get it all out. So you can see here, just as I'm squirting puffs of air into this thing, just so much more water is coming out, even after I had a good shake down of this keyboard. And you want to make sure you get into like every key, so just go over it thoroughly and flip it around, do it from the other side, and you'll need to do this quite a bit. So yeah, it's preferable if you have an air compressor, but I don't have one of those, so I've just got one of these cans of compressed air, and it'll do the job. This part isn't absolutely necessary if you don't have compressed air or an air compressor, but it'll just mean that you'll have to let it sit for maybe a day or two, just to make sure that the keys dry out. You don't want to put this back together when it's still wet. Alright, so once we're sure that the keyboard is 100% dry, we can start putting it back together. So it's just the reverse order of how we took it apart. So first I'm going to just load the media keys back in. Just going to make sure the membrane aligns up with all the keys. Now I'm just going to reseat my USB ports. Don't forget the grounding pin, and then just the rest of the screws go back in. Alright guys, so here's the finished result. Yeah, looks so much better. It's like a brand new keyboard again. Reasons for doing this: it's cheap, it's quick. Don't have to go buy a new keyboard just because it gets a little bit grimy and dirty. You can easily clean it yourself. Keep in mind that this is just a regular membrane keyboard. Most of you would be wondering, why would I bother with this? You know, for keyboards like this, they're probably $20-30 online. I love this keyboard. It's not easy for me to find where I am, so cleaning it out was quick and easy, and yeah, I don't have to go and buy a new keyboard just because it's dirty. So yeah guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Just any comments if you didn't, and really appreciate it if you subscribe. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.